very good morning. It's just past 8 this Monday morning and we are back again with all the news and breakfast news here on DD India. And over the course of the next 1 hour, we'll get you all the news from across the nation, international, sports and business updates. And we'll get you all the updates from across the country as far as the nationwide drive there as far as COVID-19 vaccine across the country is concerned. And this is in fact very significant for the senior citizens as well, in fact, as the role of the doctors and the scientists there in making this feat possible is also concerned, even as Prime Minister Modi has taken the COVID vaccine himself. We'll get you all the updates on that. I'm Nancy Kohli and with me is Preeti.
Yes, thank you, Nancy. We welcome you to Breakfast Show. It's the fresh start of a new week, of a new month. And let's begin this new month, this new week, this new day with a beautiful quote which says, "Let your hopes and not your hurts shape your future." So remember, it is this optimism, this positivity that shapes your future, and that has to be taken forward, not just through your day, but through your endeavors as well. Talking of positivity, talking of hope, today we have the Prime Minister kick-starting another decisive phase in the vaccination drive when he himself gets inoculated, which also further gives him the confidence, further gives him the assurance in the vaccination drive, which already has been commended. We'll get you more on that. Also, we'll get you, as my co-anchor put, other updates from the international world, from sports world. We'll get you a health tip as well and a web review. Lots to keep you all tied up for the next 1 hour to ensure that your tea or coffee right in the morning tastes even better. First, the headlines.
Prime Minister Modi takes the co-vaccine as the nationwide drive to cover the senior citizens begins today. Hails the doctors and the scientists for the remarkable role in the fight against COVID-19. Appeals to all eligible to take the vaccine. Commits to making India COVID-free.
Tamil Nadu extends lockdown till 31st of March, directs enforcement agencies to crack down on violations of COVID-related protocols, instructs authorities to enforce COVID-19 safety norms.
Security forces use force to disperse the anti-coup protesters in Myanmar. At least 18 protesters killed in the crackdown, 29th day since the first February coup in Myanmar. Most senior leaders, including Aung San Suu Kyi, remain in detention.
Six new cases of Brazil COVID variant in the United Kingdom, 3 each in England and Scotland. Alarm over delays in border measures. Search for missing person whose identity and whereabouts are unknown is underway.
Iran rules out an informal meeting with the US and the European powers to revive a nuclear deal, insists on lifting of the unilateral sanctions first.
Wrestler Vinesh Fogart returns to the winning ways, wins the gold medal in women's 53 kg category at Outstanding Iranian Wrestlers and Coaches Memorial event, beats world number 7 and 2017 world champion Vanessa Kaladzinskaya 10-8 in the final. Also, hockey team blanks Germany 6-1.
And let's begin with the top story, which is about the COVID-19 vaccination drive across the country. In fact, very significant as far as the senior citizens are concerned. And Prime Minister Modi has taken the first dose of the co-vaccine at AIIMS in Delhi. Sister P. Nivedita from Puducherry administered the vaccine to Prime Minister Modi. And taking to Twitter, he's lauded the work of the doctors and the scientists and also appealed to all the eligible people to take the vaccine. Prime Minister Modi has tweeted, and I quote, "Took my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine at the AIIMS. Remarkable how our doctors and scientists have worked in quick time to strengthen the global fight against COVID-19. I appeal to all those who are eligible to take the vaccine. Together, let us make India COVID-19 free." The Prime Minister was seen wearing an Assamese gamcha, which is symbolic of the blessings of women from Assam. He's been seen wearing it on many occasions. And well, the second nurse is from Kerala. It is also to be noted that Prime Minister went to AIIMS without any route on the roads, just choosing early morning to ensure no inconvenience is caused to the people.
All right, to get us more on that, our correspondent Meghna is joining us. Meghna, this is not for the first time that Prime Minister has set an example. Earlier also, we've seen him participate in the drives or the measures or special schemes which have been announced by the government, be it the Swachhta mission or for that matter, inculcating healthy living habits through yoga. We've seen him done all, and today we have him again take the vaccination jab, which will also given the assurance which will silence all the rumor mongers, rumors surrounding the COVID vaccine. And also when we talk of the leader of the nation himself getting inoculated, this will give more feet to the vaccination drive, which is, on the decisive phase. The second stage of the vaccination drive is to begin from today. Spell out more.
Yes, absolutely, Preeti. As you said, there are several iconic images for several iconic moments that the Prime Minister has himself led from the front and, led by example, be it the Swachhta mission where he is seen in the pictures, carrying a broomstick in his hand and sweeping sweeping the fields and the grounds around and the roads, or be it the other pictures wherein for yoga, especially when he is seen doing yoga at his home, at his residence, or during the International Yoga Days. So this is extremely important, and this picture is going to be very iconic because when India is in one of its decisive phases for the vaccination drive, this picture is extremely important. And when Prime Minister has also lauded the healthcare workers, he has already also many a times before this also lauded the healthcare workers and the frontline workers to ensure the different kind of the practices that they have been doing, the hard work that they have been doing throughout the pandemic. And what becomes important is that also that the Prime Minister, the picture, if it just can describe the image, a lot of calm on his face, a lot of, a gleam on his face can exactly be seen. And when we know that he's, if we can look at his attire, very relaxed attire, seems like a cotton kurta with a, with a gamcha of, which is symbolic from Assam. And the nurses also must be very enthralled and excited, giving him the vaccination jab, absolutely. Because as you already said, Nancy, that Sister P. Niveda from Puducherry had administered the vaccine to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And there was also another assistant nurse from Kerala. So this becomes extremely important on the front that the healthcare workers, despite all odds, have still, been on the forefront of our battle against COVID-19. And this is a very conscious effort from the Prime Minister because when he's taking the jab at this point of time in the day, early in the day when there is no traffic and there was no route for the Prime Minister, he itself says that he wants that the public has no inconvenience, to go reaching to the hospitals or, going to their workplaces. So there was no inconvenience caused because this was, there was no enclosure of roads because he went for his vaccine jab early in the morning. But for the people who are going to register themselves and take their vaccine jab today, it is very important, a very big confidence building measure, a very big bold visuals, that are coming out of the Premier Institute in India, AIIMS. And we have also earlier seen Director Randeep Guleria and Dr. V.K. Paul, taking the vaccine jab. That was also very big confidence building measure that was there on 16th of January when we have seen that number of people started, number of centers started the vaccine, giving out the vaccine jab for healthcare workers and the frontline workers. Indeed, one very iconic image, and it comes very well, at a juncture when India is at a very decisive stage. We have also seen other world leaders like, US President Joe Biden or Benjamin Netanyahu or other world leaders who have also taken the vaccine jab to build confidence measures, amongst the people of the nation. And this Prime Minister Narendra Modi not taking any special privilege, he had already reiterated that there will be no special privilege for politicians. So this, he being, eligible for vaccination has come and taken the vaccine jab is very iconic, and the picture itself speaks, loud and clear.
Absolutely, picture there speaking 1,000 words there, and of course iconic images for the entire country to begin their day, the 1st of March today. And also important, Meghna, of course, Prime Minister Modi there once again leading by example, but also sending out a very important message, and that's the, the appeal to all the eligible people to come and take the vaccine shot. An important day today because, the drive for senior citizens is also beginning today. The registration will open at 9 this morning. Just also for the benefit of our viewers, just take us through the procedure, the rules and the regulations that have been laid out in the CoWIN app for one who needs to register.
Absolutely, Nancy. This is very important for viewers to know that there is a registration that is going to happen before they take the vaccine jab, and there are around 3 methods of registration, which is one is advanced self-registration, the other is an on-site registration, and there is also facilitated cohort registration, for which some centers have been built wherein the registration can be facilitated. Now, what is also important here is that a number of private facilities have been roped in to ramp up the vaccination drive, and these spaces have been asked to have adequate space, cold chain arrangements. The number of vaccinators have to be is very important. There must be optimum number of vaccinators present. The support staff and adequate arrangement is also extremely important for AFIs, which are the adverse event following immunization. So all these things have to be taken care of. But besides that, when we tell our viewers that what is extremely important, they have eligible persons who are eligible to get the vaccine from 1st March onwards. They have to register themselves on the CoWIN 2.0 portal through their mobile number. It is a step-by-step process, and there is also a user guide which has been issued by the Health Ministry, so that people can, go through it and, get to know that how to register themselves. One mobile number can register 4 people. That means a person can register his or her family. And from one mobile number, you can register 4 people. But all the ID cards and everything has to be different for different people. And once you register yourself, take one appointment for one vaccine jab, you will automatically be given another appointment for another vaccine, the second dose of the vaccine after 28 days. So this is an automatic system which is in place, and if you are not available, you can also reschedule your appointment or reschedule your place for the second dose of vaccine, which is there. So it is also explained that the CVCs, that are the COVID vaccination centers, there are private as well as government centers. The private centers cannot charge above 250 rupees for one per person per dose. So this is also extremely important when we know that there are a number of people who can now afford the vaccine, be going to the government centers and also to the private centers. This has been kept really affordable, and the citizens need to register with their mobile number. This is very important.
Right. Okay.
Even as we speak, we get our viewers the visuals in a short while from now, wherein the Prime Minister is getting himself inoculated, and here we are getting the visuals. The Prime Minister got himself inoculated early in the morning today, and that we have been telling you to avoid the rush hours, to avoid any traffic snarls. And here we have a very relaxed, a very composed Prime Minister getting himself inoculated. What is to be noted here, Nancy, is that there is not even an iota of stress, of anxiety on the Prime Minister's face, which indeed gives out a strong message which speaks volumes about the assurance, about the confidence which would further be strengthened in the vaccination drive. And here we have the vaccination, the vaccine which is being shown here, and the Prime Minister getting himself inoculated. And also our correspondent Meghna had been talking in detail about the tweet. The Prime Minister in his tweet said, "Took my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine at AIIMS. Remarkable how our doctors and scientists have worked in quick time to strengthen the global fight against COVID-19. I appeal to all those who are eligible to take the vaccine. Together, let us make India COVID-19 free." Now, this comes today on the 1st of March on a Monday morning, when the second stage of the vaccination drive in the country is to begin, wherein people above 65 years of age, 60 years of age, and in general, and above 45 years of age with comorbidities are required to get themselves vaccinated, to get themselves inoculated through the vaccination drive, which is in progress. To our viewers, let's also remind that earlier, crores of healthcare workers and frontline workers have already been vaccinated through the first stage of the vaccination drive. And also we have seen, all across the world, different world leaders have been getting themselves inoculated. And today we have Prime Minister of our country leading by setting an example, getting himself inoculated with the vaccine, which will give more teeth, which will give more feet to the vaccination drive.
Sure. Absolutely. These visuals coming in from the AIIMS in New Delhi, where Prime Minister Modi this morning has got his first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. In fact, also in these images, we can see Sister Nivedita, who is administering the vaccine to Prime Minister Modi, and also present AIIMS Chief Dr. Randeep Guleria, And in fact, after taking the vaccine dose, Prime Minister had also in fact tweeted telling the country about it, and in fact also appealing to all those eligible to take the very important COVID-19 vaccine, even as we have entered the second stage in the decisive fight against COVID-19, as the vaccination for the senior citizens, that's the age of over 60 and those above 45 with comorbidities, are all going to be receiving their vaccination shots in this stage, and all they need to do is register themselves on the CoWIN app. We'll in fact also be telling you in great detail in our entire detailed comprehensive coverage here on DD India as to how really you can register yourselves on the CoWIN app to be eligible to be receiving those shots of COVID-19 vaccine. But what you're seeing on your screens are these visuals coming in from early this morning of Prime Minister Modi having received the COVID-19 vaccine shot there, and these visuals coming in from AIIMS there in New Delhi. And in fact, like Prime Minister Modi has tweeted, it's a very decisive phase and saying that together let us make India COVID-19 free. So all the efforts they're going on in the fight against COVID-19, India, they're clearly leading from the front, not just helping its own citizens, but also those in the in the nearer neighborhood and the extended neighborhood under the vaccine Maitri initiative. In fact, very important, significant visuals there coming in from AIIMS in New Delhi this morning.
It has also been noted that people who intend to get themselves inoculated, who intend to get themselves vaccinated, they need to compulsorily, mandatorily register on the CoWIN 2 app. That is the only medium through which the COVID-19 vaccine can be accessed. And also, when we talk of the app, our correspondent Meghna just a while back gave you the detailed account of how the registrations can be done. The first dose will be given, and accordingly, without any further intimidation, without any further re-registering or anything of that kind, the app will automatically given you the next date after 28 days when the second dose of the vaccine has to be given. Now, today, as we also speak, we tell you that this is the second stage of the vaccination, which is to begin today, wherein earlier the frontline workers, the health workers were being inoculated all across the country in the first stage. And from today onwards, also private hospitals and private sector medical agencies will be also roped in. And also, the government has put in a cap at the on the cost of the vaccination of the vaccine. 250 rupees is the cost of the vaccine, and nobody will be charged more than that. However, the government hospitals, the government facilities will be administering the vaccine free of cost. This is to be noted, and this would further indeed give a boost to the fight against COVID-19, given the easy accessibility of the vaccine when it will be given free of cost to the common people of the country, and that is the gist of the vaccination drive. Our correspondent Meghna is still with us. Meghna, we are showing the visuals of the Prime Minister to the viewers. He is getting himself inoculated. Time and again we've talked about the composure, we've talked about the calm, the relaxed Prime Minister getting himself inoculated. In the tweet, the Prime Minister also has pointed out how remarkable our doctors and scientists have been, to have worked in quick time to strengthen the global fight against COVID-19. Now, this is something which has been pointed out by the Prime Minister on numerous occasions. The courage, the determination of our healthcare and frontline workers. Talk more about it. Also, we've seen WHO also bring in words, and international agencies, other countries also put in a word of appreciation for the fight against COVID-19, which we've put in. We began the fight against COVID-19 when there was a shortage of PPE kits, where there was a shortage of medical equipment. To this day, when we are not only giving, self-sufficient in the medical equipments and PPE kits and, all the medical aspects of the fight against COVID-19, but in fact, we're also lending out a helping hand to other countries as well.
Yes, absolutely, Preeti.
And added to that, also there is vaccine Maitri, there was Vande Bharat mission. So put all this together, we've put in a brave fight against COVID-19. Also, the second wave of the mutant variant of the virus has struck many countries abroad. Put all this together, let us know where are we standing globally in the fight against COVID-19.
Right, and also to add to that, Meghna, very importantly, today, of course, the vaccination drive will get a further boost because the private hospitals are joining the campaign today. So very importantly, and the government has also released a list of the private hospitals to put. So give us more details as far as this drive there, further getting more momentum across the country is concerned, with the private hospitals now being roped in.
Absolutely, Nancy. But first, let us talk about the way we have become Atmanirbhar in from where we started and where we have reached. Preeti, you just marked it right that we started with a scarcity of PPE kits as well. And currently we are, giving away vaccines to several countries across the globe and, building, keeping in ourselves self-sufficient and then giving away, going ahead with our policy of being helpful to our neighbors. So this is extremely important and comes on the front when we have, been excelling the vaccine diplomacy, and we have been standing behind several countries and, supporting them with, giving out vaccines. And this comes extremely important when there are a huge number of doses which have been supplied by India, to countries like Bangladesh, Myanmar, South Africa, Brazil, and many other countries have benefited from our vaccines that have been given. And when you actually talk about, Prime Minister, when we see at the tweet, Prime Minister has urged the fellow citizens to, participate in the vaccination drive and, get their vaccine jabs. This comes extremely important because when we see that, this vaccine has come after a long wait. We have waited, we have counted each and every day to get this vaccine. And when people, not wasting even a single session, not wasting even a single vial of the vaccine, the health minister has also reiterated once that not even a single vial of the vaccine is going to go waste. People are there in large numbers, going there at session sites, getting themselves, vaccinated. We have seen healthcare workers and frontline workers going and getting themselves vaccinated. Extremely happy after, getting the vaccination. From the slogan of Go Corona Go, we have come to the slogan of No Corona. So there we have seen the change in the mindset when the vaccine had come. And when Prime Minister Narendra Modi, setting an example, taking this vaccine jab, this is one picture when, this is going to the common people. This is not going to the healthcare workers or to only the frontline workers now. This is going to the common people. And when common people, idolize the Prime Minister on several different, aspects and several different important occasions or different, steps that the country takes, this is definitely one thing that the people are going to idolize and follow. And when we know that India has given out a multifaceted battle to COVID-19 with PPE kits, be it social distancing, masks, such a long lockdown we had, and all of these things, and especially the mutant strains also coming in India, gearing up for that. So all these things, and especially when we talk about the mutant strains, it becomes extremely important for us to ramp up our vaccination drive. And, all these things, summing up all these things, we can definitely say that India is not only now self-sufficient in itself, but also sufficient enough to help our neighbors in need. And this vaccine maitri, the vaccine diplomacy, has proved it, and it proved it very loud to the world that India is not only self-sufficient in itself, but also sufficient enough and also generous and, kind enough to give its vaccines to different countries across the world, and wholeheartedly supporting not only India, not only our country, but other countries in the battle against COVID-19.
All right, Meghna, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and sharing all those details in perspective and in great detail for our viewers. We'll, of course, be very closely tracking all these developments as far as the COVID-19 drive there across the country is concerned. And in fact, the capacity there being increased exponentially by the role of the private hospitals that will be played in large numbers. The private hospitals now also administering the dose of COVID-19, and the cap has also been put there at the cost of 250 rupees. We'll be getting you all those details in the day up ahead.
All right, let's spell out more details on that as well. Even as we speak, we tell you that from today onwards, the vaccination drive is set to speed up substantially with the involvement of private sector and private hospitals have been asked to cap the cost of COVID-19 vaccine at 250 rupees by the Union Health Ministry. All the government hospitals, however, will provide the corona shot free of cost. Senior citizens or those above the age of 45 having comorbidities will be covered in the second phase of India's mass inoculation drive. Registration for this phase of vaccination will be done on CoWIN 2 portal, and that will open at 9 a.m. from today. And also the registration can be done on cowin.gov.in.
After the healthcare workers and frontline workers, India's vaccination drive will include those who are over 60 years of age and for people aged 45 and above with specified comorbid conditions from Monday. 1st of March 2021 will also herald a new front in India's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, so far limited to the sphere of government hospitals. The inoculation drive in the country will get a massive booster dose as the private hospitals will join the campaign. To ramp up the COVID-19 vaccination capacity, around 10,000 private hospitals under Ayushman Bharat PMJAY and more than 600 private hospitals under the central government health scheme will be utilized. Other private hospitals empanelled under state governments' health insurance scheme can also participate as COVID-19 vaccination centres. The Health Ministry said that beneficiaries can download CoWIN 2.0 app to self-register in advance. Beneficiaries can also do it by using the Arogya Setu app. With the participation of the private medical infrastructure, the vaccination drive will gather momentum, a factor which is considered crucial owing to the surge seen in cases in few states. 8 states, Telangana, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir and West Bengal are displaying an upward trajectory in daily new cases. While chairing a high-level review meeting on Saturday with these states and union territories, the Cabinet Secretary reiterated that states need to maintain a continued rigorous vigil. The states and UTs exhibiting a surge in daily cases were advised not to lower their guard, enforce COVID-appropriate behaviour and deal firmly with violations. The centre has also deputed high-level multidisciplinary teams to the identified states and UTs to ascertain reasons for the surge in cases. Bureau Report, DD India.
And to get us more on that, our correspondent Aisha Khanam is joining us from Bangalore, and also Suprashanti is joining us from Hyderabad. Talking to Aisha first. Aisha, today the second stage of the vaccination drive will begin, wherein people above the age of 60 years and 45 years of age with comorbidities will be administered the vaccine. They need to register on the portal. Spell out more details, what preparations have been put in place, even though we see that in Karnataka, in the past few days there has been a surge in the cases. What is the present situation like, and also the preparations which have been put in place for administration of the vaccine?
Yes, Preeti, Karnataka has geared up and all the preparations are on ground for the second phase of vaccination, and most of the private hospitals have seen registrations since past a few days, and also the fact that the cases in Karnataka have seen the rise because of the neighboring states, Kerala and Maharashtra, seeing surge in the COVID positive cases. So Karnataka has been on the forefront in fighting COVID right from the beginning, and today all the private hospitals are open, and they have said that from 9 a.m. onwards they will start the vaccination process. However, some hospitals are being on the back foot, and they say that they will start the vaccination process once they get bulk registrations. So they want to see to that the vaccine procedure is executed in a full-fledged manner. And most of the people are trained for this process, and they have been trained by the Central Health Ministry as well. And over 7 lakh health workers have been vaccinated so far ever since the vaccination drive started from January 16th. So it was a jubilant day on January 16th when everyone, the hospitals were decorated, the government hospitals welcomed the health workers, the frontline workers. And today, see that there is a curiosity among the common man, there is curiosity among the senior citizens to know more about the vaccine, and people are coming forward to register to get themselves vaccinated. So here, right now, behind me at the private hospital, from 11 a.m. onwards, the vaccination will begin. There are few registrations. Some senior citizens have registered, and also some in-house patients will also get vaccinated. So Karnataka, right from the beginning, is waging a full-fledged war against COVID-19, and it continues with the vaccination drive. And people and the doctors are ready to see to that the vaccination drive in the second phase is implemented as successful as it was in the first phase.
Sure. All right. All right, Aisha, request you to please continue being with us. Let's go across now to Suprashanti. She's joining us from Hyderabad. Good morning, Suprashanti. Important day for the entire country as we enter the decisive phase in the fight against COVID-19. Just take us through how really the preparations are in place. How is Andhra gearing up? And, what more is being done to take forward the awareness drive for the vaccination? Yeah, Suprashanti, if you could hear me. All right, we'll try and reconnect with the correspondent Suprashanti. She is standing by from Hyderabad. It seems she's not really able to hear us, but we'll try and reconnect with her in just a bit. We also have our other correspondents joining us shortly. Will in fact be getting you more updates from across the country, because remember, this is a very important phase that we have entered into, and this morning itself Prime Minister Modi has himself taken the COVID-19 vaccine shot. Let me put that once again to Suprashanti joining us. Okay, we'll go back to Suprashanti in just a bit, but we have our correspondent from Mumbai, Shama Mishra, joining us. Shama, let me put that to you as well. What preparations in place in the financial capital? Of course, Maharashtra has seen really a big surge in the COVID-19 cases. So very important day for Maharashtra today. The population above 45 and those above 60 are going to be getting their vaccination in this phase. How is Maharashtra gearing up for this decisive day beginning onwards?
Well, yes, Nancy, and as you already mentioned that there has been a very recent surge in the numbers, and that is why it was very important for the commoners also to get vaccinated and to protect themselves. And that is why in the second phase, which is going to start today, this would start at around 9 a.m. and in this we are seeing that most of the private hospitals have also been roped in for the vaccination centers. They would be centers where the people will have to pay the amount for the vaccine. Apart from that, we know for the fact that all government hospitals, major government hospitals and even jumbo centers have been given this responsibility that they would be vaccinating the people. We are here at BKC Jumbo COVID Center, where a lot of people have already lined up, and many of them are from the services like the BEST, that is the Brihan Mumbai Electrical Supply Transport. So the drivers, the conductors of these best services are already here. They were registered from their organization and they were told that you have to be here at this particular time. These people are all people who are, say, above 45 with comorbidities, and they know for the fact that they were in the essential services and it is time for them to get protected, and that is why they are here. Apart from this, we also know that many people have been advised, everyone has been advised not to rush to the centers where the vaccination drive is going on. And apart from that, on Arogya Setu app also, they have been given this tab where they can register themselves. CoWIN app has also been, the information has been given that they can register themselves over there. We know for the fact that, the second dosage for the vaccine is also going on. So it is a request from our side as well that people should not be rushing to the centers. They should get themselves registered first, and only then they should go to the center. Preparations apart from this, we know that private hospitals have been roped in. Government hospitals have been roped in. These people have also been given the information, because senior citizens are there, super senior citizens are also there in this particular, in the second phase. So the senior citizens and super senior citizens have also been given the assistance, wherein, you know, when they are coming to the center, they would be taken in wheelchair and then they would be taken inside the COVID center.
Okay.
So here at the COVID center, BKC Jumbo Vaccination Center, it would begin at 9. 15 booths have already been operational since 16th January when the first vaccination drive had begun. So they have a target that every day they can, you know, vaccinate at least 200 to 300
Shyama,
people
yes.
at their booth. And lastly, in last week, they have vaccinated over 2,000 people. So that is a huge, we can say, target that they are taking.
All right,
Absolutely.
Shyama, are you talking of, you know, 16th of January when the drive began in the country, wherein the frontline workers, the healthcare professionals were vaccinated first. Now, you're there in Maharashtra. Maharashtra has also seen an upsurge in the cases in the last few days. Let's talk about the inhibitions, the skepticism which the people could have against, you know, the vaccines. Rumors were seen. There were doubts being, you know, been expressed with regard to the efficacy of the vaccine. Talk more about it, though it's a little too early to, you know, speak about the turnout or, you know, which would be evident only as the day progresses when the registration or when the vaccination begins at 9 a.m. But what has been the general response of the people with regard to the vaccination drive? We have words of praise coming in from WHO, other international agencies, other countries, you know, for the brave fight which has been put up by the country against COVID-19. But specifically talking of people's expectations or people's response towards vaccination, you know, what is it that you have been able to gauge?
Well, we are speaking to people, and a lot of people, as I've mentioned, have already come here in the waiting line. There's a huge waiting center which has been put up at the Jumbo Vaccination Center, and many people have been coming here for their second dose.
Okay.
So obviously they have the experience of first dose, and speaking to them, they did mention that, you know, some of them did experience feverish conditions or some rashes. But apart from that, they have the confidence now that they are safe, they are protected. We are here, and let me show you that these centers have been putting up, if I ask my camera person to show you these centers, a little, you know, attractions wherein they can, the people who have gotten the vaccines, they can come here, they can have their selfie, they can have their pictures. And if you see, it is written there, I am vaccinated. It is safe, effective and life-saving. So here the information is given that the vaccines are safe and they are effective. And we did see the Prime Minister also today taking the vaccine. So the two vaccines that we have here in Maharashtra, people are really happy that they are getting vaccinated. And even when we had spoken on the first day, when the drive had begun, from all the frontline health workers, the doctors, the nurses, they were really positive. And coming out from them, we know that they are the people who know all this, you know, what they've been through, what times they have seen, difficult times they have seen. So taking it from them, and I'd really like to show you here also that the people who are here, present here, many people are senior citizens, and they are getting the information at the desk. The people over here are helpful. They are telling how to register and checking out whether the information that they have is of this particular center, what time it is, and likewise they would be getting vaccinated. So yes, people are waiting patiently for their turn, and they know that this particular vaccine, because here we know the Covishield has been in use, it has been functional here, and they know that this is a life-saving vaccine.
Absolutely.
And today, if they are taking the vaccination, this is not just for themselves, but to protect others as well. Nancy.
Absolutely. All right, Shama, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and bringing us all the details there from Maharashtra as far as the preparations there from Maharashtra is concerned and the awareness drive there that's in fact being taken forward. Let's go across now to our correspondent standing by from Hyderabad. Suprashanti is there joining us this morning. Suprashanti, you're standing outside a hospital there, so just take us through the awareness drive that you are seeing in this hospital. The number of patients who have registered today, who would be receiving the vaccine, and all that's been the preparations, the arrangements put in place there across Andhra.
Yes, Nancy, I am standing here near LV Prasad Eye Institute, which is one of the renowned ophthalmological hospitals in Hyderabad and also one of the empaneled hospitals in the Telangana. Here, this is one of the vaccine centers where vaccine will be administered today. And this is one among the 12 centers that were chosen in Hyderabad in private hospitals for administering the vaccine. Altogether, 93 hospitals were selected, Nancy, for administering the vaccine today, and this includes 48 vaccine centers in government hospitals and the remaining in private hospitals. State Health Department Director Srinivas Rao, he has held a high-level review meeting with all district health officers yesterday, and he has reviewed the arrangements for beginning this third phase of COVID vaccination. You know, all the people, that is those who are above the 60 years of age and above 40 years of age with comorbidities, they are waiting to get their names registered on COVID portal that will begin, that is set to begin at 9 a.m. This morning. And you know that the government has already made it clear that today only those who have registered their names on this portal will be allowed to come to the vaccine centers and to take the vaccination, and it is mandatory, and those who are between the 45 and 59 years of age, they need to submit the medical registration certificate while registering their names. And the health director has reiterated that there is no hurry for the general public to take the vaccination because sufficient vaccine doses are available, and it will be given to all the people, and as and when the turn comes. And he asked the private hospitals to ensure that all facilities are in place and the COVID protocol is followed by administering the vaccine. And he reiterated that he told them specifically that the maximum price for taking the dose is first dose is 250 rupees, and if they want they can reduce the charges also, but it should not be more than 250. He has categorically made it very clear to them. And you know that the COVID cases have already come down in Telangana, and in the first and second phases more than 4 lakhs people are given vaccination, and this is the crucial phase. You know that this is the third phase of vaccination where the general public, the community is being given the vaccine, and the people are really waiting for this phase in vaccination in the fight against this COVID-19. And you know that the government is ensuring that there is no depth of vaccine at any point of time, and it will be given as per the requirement, and it is asking the people to come forward without any inhibitions to take the vaccine. And today many celebrities are taking vaccine today in Hyderabad, and the Telangana government has the Health Minister, Mr. Etal Rajendra, he is reviewing this vaccination drive on day-to-day basis, and he is ensuring that this vaccination drive goes on smoothly without any problems. And as the private hospitals are being roped in from today onwards, the government is ensuring that more and more people are inoculated.
Absolutely.
All right, Suprashanti, also I would want you to very quickly give us a sense of the situation there in the state when we talk of COVID-19, because we've seen that there has been a recent surge in some of the states all across the country. What is the situation like in Andhra Pradesh?
Nancy, this in Telangana, the cases have tremendously come down. If you observe the statistics for the last more than 1 month, 1.5 months, the cases are not crossing 200. Okay, it is less than 200 cases per day, and which used to be more than 2,000 earlier in the last year during peak time, that is between September to August to November. At that time it used to be more than 2,000, but now it has tremendously come down thanks to the initiatives taken by the government, both the central and state governments, and the cases and even the fatal rate also it is absolutely zero these days, except on most of the days only not even one death is being reported here. So compared to other states like Maharashtra and Rajasthan, the cases are comparatively very low in Telangana.
Okay. And talking more about the status of COVID-19 across Telangana and how really are people looking forward to the drive beginning today, because it's an important phase that we have all entered into across the country. It's the elder population of this country that are going to be vaccinated, and that's an important population of this country over 45 with comorbid conditions or over 60. So how really are people of Telangana looking forward to this drive? What are their hopes and expectations?
Yes, the people of Telangana, they are really positive towards this vaccination drive because they are responding positively when the vaccination drive was launched in on January 16th. You know that in this current drive, that is the third phase, more than 50 lakh people are expected to take the vaccination, and this includes 44 lakhs of people over 60 years of age. So the response of the people is very positive because that is reflected in the number of cases also, because the cases have completely come down when compared to other states. So even the vaccination also, the people are really waiting to get themselves registered on COVID portal. As you know that this is the portal begins at 9 o'clock, and people are really eager for this to register their names and come to the vaccine centers and take their names.
Right.
And
all right, so there is hope, there is optimism in the people, even as we see that the second phase of the vaccination is being rolled out today. That is our correspondent Suprashanti joining us from Hyderabad in Telangana, spelling out more details of what can be expected in the day ahead, even as the portal starts at 9 a.m. The registrations have already been done, and this is what our correspondents have been telling us, that there is no need to rush at the hospitals. First, the interested people need to register themselves on the portal. The registration will begin today at 9 a.m. On the portal, and also the first dose, the date will be assigned to the concerned, to the interested person, and then only the inoculation can be done at the center which has been allotted.
Yes, absolutely. The entire process, in fact, has been made very comfortable and seamless there for the people of this country. And awareness drive to make this COVID vaccination drive has, in fact, gained further momentum. And all the arrangements, preparations are in place across the country as we have entered the second phase of the COVID vaccination drive across the country is concerned. We'll keep getting you more updates and detailed coverage here on DD India through the entire day today. But moving on now to our next segment and taking a look at all the news from across around the world in across the globe. And Iran has dismissed Europe's offer for an informal meeting involving the US on the troubled 2015 nuclear deal, saying the time is not suitable as Washington has failed to lift the sanctions. The European Union's political director earlier this month proposed the informal meeting involving all the parties of the Vienna deal, a proposition accepted by US President Joe Biden's administration. Now, the Foreign Ministry statement comes ahead of a quarterly meeting on Monday of the UN nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency Board of Governors, which is likely to discuss Iran's recent restrictions of some nuclear inspections.
And US regulators have formally approved the single-shot Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, the third jab to be authorized in the country. The vaccine is said to be a cost-effective alternative to Pfizer and Moderna vaccines and can be stored in a refrigerator instead of a freezer. The vaccine was developed mainly by Johnson & Johnson's Janssen Pharmaceutical Division. The company has agreed to provide the US with 100 million doses by end of June. Initial deliveries of the newly approved Johnson & Johnson vaccine will begin from tomorrow. US President Joe Biden hailed it as exciting news for all the Americans and an encouraging development, but warned that the fight is far from over. Meanwhile, Anthony Fauci, the top U.S. infectious disease official, said that he would take Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine as he encouraged Americans to accept any of the 3 approved shots. He also urged everyone in the United States to get a vaccine as soon as it was their turn.
And taking a look now at all the updates on COVID-19 figures from across the world. In fact, as of now, more than 11 crore 46 lakh COVID-19 cases have so far been reported worldwide. The global death toll due to COVID-19 has crossed 25 lakh and stands at over 25 lakh 42,000. Over 9 crore 2 lakh people have also recovered from the virus. The US still continues to remain the worst hit country by the pandemic so far and has reported over 2 crore 92 lakh cases of the virus, with the death toll surging past 5 lakh 25,000. Now, Brazil follows the US in terms of death toll with 2 lakh 55,000 deaths.
And after the international updates, we turn our focus now to the updates from the world of business in our segment BizBuzz. Customers of Bank of Baroda will now not be able to use eDena and eVijay IFSC codes, as both the codes are going to be discontinued from today. Bank of Baroda last month had informed its customers about the move in a tweet. The bank also informed the customers simple ways to get the new IFSC codes. The customers can either visit the website or call the Amalgamation Bank or visit the branch or use the SMS facility. The helpline number is 1800-258-1700, while for SMS one can send it to 8422009988 from the registered mobile number in the format MIGR, last 4 digits of the old account number. State-run Bank of Baroda had in December last year completed integration of 3,898 branches of erstwhile Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank with itself. Bank of Baroda in 2019 became the second largest state-owned lender after merging Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank into itself as part of the first 3-way amalgamation.
And let's now move on, get you all the sports news of the day. India's wrestler Vinesh Fogart marked a winning return to wrestling as she clinched gold in the 53-kilogram category at the Outstanding Ukrainian Wrestlers and the Coaches Memorial in Kyiv yesterday. Vinesh pinned down reigning European champion Vanessa of Belarus while leading 10-8 in the finals with 25 seconds left on the clock. The final was closely contested, and while Vinesh opened up a 4-point lead, world number 7 Vanessa equalized moments later. While the Indian initiated a takedown to add 2 more points, with the Belarusian responding with throw to back 4 more points of her own. The score read 8-6 in Vanessa's favor, and it was here when Vinesh managed to enforce the pain. While this was the wrestlers' first competition since winning bronze at the Asian Championships in New Delhi in February last year.
Up next, we get to Web Review, wherein our colleague joins us every day with the top stories which have been put forth in various web portals across social media.
And for Web News Review this morning, let's go across to our colleague Amritpal Singh. Amrit, good morning. Take us through all the news, the happenings that have taken place across the World Wide Web this morning.
Good morning, Nancy and Preeti. Most newspapers have led with the vaccination drive story. It says the Mint has published COVID-19 vaccination registration on CoWIN portal to start from 9 a.m. In a little while, people can go on and log on to the CoWIN portal and register themselves. These are people above 60 years of age and also people above 45 years of age with comorbidities. The Prime Minister has already taken the jab, so sending a clear message to the people as the second phase of the rollout starts to go and get vaccinated. In the United Kingdom, Business Standard leads with UK coronavirus vaccine rollout expands to over 60s in the latest phase. Other countries are also vaccinating their population. From today, people over 60 can go and get vaccinated. They need to register. About 2 million people aged from 60 to 63 have been invited to get vaccinated. Earlier, about 64 years of age people were vaccinated, where about 7 million people got vaccinated. So most news is, of course, about the vaccination drive within the country and around the world that's taking place. It's back to you, Nancy and Preeti.
Okay. All right.
All right, Amrit, thank you for joining in with that web review. And after that, very quickly, we'll take a look at the events which made this day special in history.
On this day in 1776, the Treaty of Purandar was a doctrine signed by the Peshwa of the Maratha Empire and the British East India Company's Supreme Council of Bengal in Calcutta. This day in the year 1896, French physicist Henri Becquerel discovered radioactivity through his investigations of uranium and other substances. In 1903, he shared the Nobel Prize for Physics with Pierre and Marie Curie. On this day in 1919, the March 1st movement, also called Samil Independence Movement, series of demonstrations for Korean national independence began in the Korean capital city of Seoul and soon spread throughout the country. This day in the year 1994, well-known Bollywood film producer and director Manmohan Desai passed away in Mumbai. Desai directed blockbuster films such as Amar Akbar Anthony, Coolie, Dharamveer, among many others.
All right, after the history of the day, up next we very quickly get to weather report. A fresh western disturbance is likely to affect western Himalayan region from the night of 2nd of March, and because of this, isolated to scattered rainfall and snowfall with isolated thunderstorm and lightning is likely over Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit, Baltistan and Muzaffarabad, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during 3rd to 5th of March. Also, fall in temperatures of 2 to 4 degrees Celsius over most parts of west, northwest, east and central India would be evident during the next 48 hours. And a quick look at temperatures across major cities of the country. Alright, so that's it in this edition of Breakfast News this morning. We'll be back with a fresh edition tomorrow morning. But before we go, we'll leave you with this reminder of watching News on the Hour every day, which we get for you from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. A 1-hour show, which also makes sure that we keep you abreast with all the aspects of the news items making it to the headlines. Do watch it 10 a.m. today, News on the Hour.
Absolutely, and as we wind up the show, here's another reminder and an appeal for all of you and your loved ones to keep wearing your mask. It's a simple task, just wear your mask for your safety and the safety of your loved ones. And before we go, we are leaving you with these beautiful visuals there. The dancers of the Stuttgart Ballet Group dressed up in their classical costumes and jumped inside a PVC bubble to perform for the German artist Florian Manhard, while the artist's last photography project is called Social Distance Tags, and to make it happen, he set up dancers musicians and actors in air-filled bubbles there, hoping to show the impact of social distancing during the pandemic. Very important message that's coming out of this performance.
Yes, the importance of social distancing.
Yes, absolutely, and that will in fact continue as we battle COVID-19. Take a look at those unique performances. Thanks for being with us.